Hi, welcome back. Yesterday we left with just a brief video of the construction of the book. We had cut off the sides of a hard book and we're creating the inner panels. What we were using was this chipboard, which you can get at any craft store or Amazon. You can get packages of 12 or more. Is a little bit, well, a lot more rigid than corrugated cardboard. And this is heavyweight that I'm using. It's about 1/8 of an inch. Then I just use my utility knife to cut through it. On this side, I just scored it. Scoring means you just go through lightly. You don't go all the way through. That is so you can just bend it. And this side, this will be my one side and one back. I didn't have a piece large enough to do all of it. If I had a piece large enough, which you can get pieces large enough at your craft store, probably have to be almost 24 inches by 24 inches. What you could do is just cut out this shape and score all these sides, and then you just be able to fold it all up and then just glue the top edges. So that would be a really nice alternative. All right, well, I didn't want to bore you all with measuring and cutting out stuff. I assume you know how to do that. So I wanted to show you how I have decorated the inside panels. For the top, I just chose a sky scene that I liked off the internet and printed it off on just regular printer paper. I glue it with this fine line glue by AdTech. You can use any white glue, Elmer's glue, clear glue. It's not a very special glue. I like this because it's clear and it's thin and it doesn't leave your paper too wet. For the sides, you can do a lot of different things to make a stone look side. You can use polymer clay, you can use foam that you emboss, but the easiest way is you can find these neat sheets. I found mine online at Etsy, and it's just an embossed stone, so it has a little bit of texture, but when you put it in your box diorama, it really looks like real stone, and I really enjoy working with this. It's nice and heavyweight, so when you glue it, you don't have to worry about it being too thin and breaking with the glue. So I glued that to the panels on the side. For my back, there's a lot of things you can do for these book nooks. One of the most popular things is to take a mirror, and I will show you that on another video. You take a mirror and you angle it, and it looks like you're just going to infinity in your box. I am making a smaller box than I might normally do this time, so I chose just a scene for the back. What I like is a scene that kind of looks like you're going through it. It gives you some depth and some movement. It kind of drives your eye toward the back. I'll be doing all kinds of stuff to kind of cover that up and blend in the back later on. I also like one that has a little bit of light in it. These book nooks can be a little bit dark even when you put your little lights in, so actually having light on the scene is something I was looking for. And finally, for the bottom, I'm doing a grassy secret garden. So you can buy this turf. They come into sheets. In sheets, you can get them at your local craft store. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. They come in pretty big sheets. This was in the modeling section, and there's different kinds. It doesn't look very great right now, but I will do things to it, and I'm going to add some things to it to make it look better later on. This doesn't like to adhere as much, and so I just put a little clamp on it while it dried. So this is what we have started going on right now. And now what I want to do is I want to make the stone walls just look a little fancier. I'm going to turn this my way so I can see what I'm doing. I like to add a little moss. I think it makes it look a little more realistic. and it's really super easy. Make sure you cover your surface so you can, things are falling on the floor. Cover your surface so you can catch all the flocking. What I'm going to use is just my fine line glue. It's not stringy. If you use a 3-in-1 glue, it's kind of stringy, so I like this for this. It dries clear. When you first put it on, it's going to look a little bit wet, but as it dries, it'll look really nice. And then I'm using, it's called flocking. You buy this little flocking at your craft store, again, usually in the model train modeling section. And you can make a little shaker out of it by just getting a little condiment plastic container and poking holes in it. That makes a nice little shaker. So what I'm going to do, I like just make it really random. So I'm going to go in the grout lines and just start gluing it in. Moss grows really randomly and messy. You can put as much or as little as you like. I tend to not like too much. And I kind of go up and down. Okay, that should do it. So I'm going to just shake my moss over, make sure I get everything covered pretty good. Doesn't matter if you are messy or get too much on, because it's just all gonna come right off. And then I'm going to just dump it off. And there you go. You're left with a really nice wall that has some moss on it. Like I said, this will dry a little flatter and not as shiny. Sometimes I've even taken my fingers and I've mushed it down, or after it dries, if there's too much, you can just knock it off. So that is part 2, and we'll be coming back next time with part 3 to put our box together and start adding the fun stuff in and making it come alive.